Spring Hill to kick off, and the ball is back and caught by the Yellow Jackets at the 10-yard line, looking for a spot up the middle of the field, not anywhere to go. Ball outside the 20 to the 23-yard line. That's where the Yellow Jackets will take over first down and 10 yards to go for the first drive of this evening. Yellow Jackets come into this game, District 12 AA, 4-1 on the year. Spring Hill comes into this game 5-1 on the year, or excuse me, 4-2 on the year. Their last game lost to Columbia Central. Yellow Jackets come out, no huddle offense. Daniel Raines up under center. Two backs split out in kind of a wing T formation. Up the middle real quick is a hit play by Daniel Raines across the 25-yard line down to the 26-yard line. It's going to be a second down, but we have a flag on the play, it looks like. No flag on the play, so the yardage stands. So it's going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play. Second down, 7 yards to go. 2nd and 8, so we're going to get 2 yards on the play.
Spring Hill's coming out in a 4-4, Kevin. Standard 4-4, man-to-man on the outside.
In motion this time, Raines gets a direct snap back, tries to cut up the middle, cuts around the side, gets out to the 23-yard line. 23-yard line is going to bring him about 5 yards short of a first down, a gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Tackle was by number 22 of the Spring Hill defense.
3rd down about 6 for the Yellow Jackets.
Spotting him a little shorter than expected, so 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Shotgun formation. 2 backs split to either side of Raines. Raines going back, looking down the field to throw the ball. He's got a receiver open, and it's caught by Penner out on the left side. It's going to be a first down.
That's Gershon out there, Kevin.
Gallus Gershon. Oh, we've got the white uniforms and the yellow numbers tonight. So Tim, your nice little binoculars tonight will come in major handily.
Yeah, it's that same route we've seen a lot this year. Gershon and Daniel, a lot of synergy, a lot of hookups, a lot of good timing on that. First down, Jackets.
First down, 10 Yellow Jackets after the pass. Run up the middle. It's not going to pick up but a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Yellow Jackets.
Kevin, we're not getting a lot of movement in the center of that line against that Spring Hill defense.
Number 44,
Yellow Jackets staying in the no-huddle formation. First drive of the evening with the kickoff. Yellow Jackets. Bach in motion. Snap back this time. Raines going over the left side, trying to follow his block through the line of scrimmage. And just like the first downs for the Yellow Jackets, we're going to end up with a 3rd and long. 3rd down and about 5 yards to go this time for the Yellow Jackets.
Strong play by the defensive tackle of Spring Hill. Stood his ground, jammed the gap, made the tackle.
3rd down, 5 to go. Yellow Jackets back under center. In the backfield, rolling to the right is Raines. Raines got a receiver open in the set, and it's caught. Thrown, caught. First down, Yellow Jackets. Bobby Bach with the catch on the play. Good throw from quarterback Daniel Raines. Raines 2 for 2 on the night. 1 to Gershon for a first down and 1 to Bobby Bach for a first down across midfield against Spring Hill. Spring Hill, Tim, is a big team, and they bring a lot to the table as far as size and depth that the Yellow Jackets are going to have to overcome.
Yeah, they run that 4-4. They ran a nice little pattern there just behind the linebacker in front of the DB.
Penner in, dotting the I, Bach in motion. This time handoff to Penner. Penner's got the room outside to the left. If he can get one block and get away from that block, he's got some room, but he's brought down by, looks like number 72 on the play.
That's who it was, playing some tough defensive tackle in there. He may have moved out to defensive end on that play. I couldn't quite see.
Dan Burns with the stop, Tim, that time for Spring Hill.
Brought down number 37, Dugan Gilbert.
Actually brought down by number 37. And it was Gilbert Dugan, or Dugan Gilbert. Looks up the middle, breaks it out to the outside, trying to get something out of nothing there, and it's going to be inside 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and about 4 yards to go this time on the run, that time by Daniel Raines.
Number 37, number 36, and number 2 come up to kind of gang tackle Daniel on that play. You can tell their goal tonight is not to give Daniel room on the outside. He's dangerous and he's explosive out there.
Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. 3rd down, 3 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Staying in the no huddle. Yellow Jackets on the road tonight in their white uniforms. Yellow numerals in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Snap back, trying to look up the middle, but Spring Hill sniffs it out. It's going to be a loss on the play. At best, a loss of 1, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 5. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line.
Number 35 blitzes number 72. Again, holds a gap, doesn't give Daniel any room.
So the Yellow Jackets with a 4th down and 5. They bring their kicking team on to punt the ball away.
Kevin, Fairview's without Ethan Cassidy tonight. Looks like they have number 44. Is that Luke McDonald?
It is McDonald. Back to punt the ball away is number 85 for the Yellow Jackets, and almost gets the ball on the coffin corner there, but he goes into the end zone. And
into the end zone for the touchback.
Nice attempt by Tyler Imler on that punt.
Yeah, Tyler typically has been money on spotting the ball down inside the 10. That time the ball took a hop, and Spring Hill definitely got a break on that one. Spring Hill with their first offensive series will come to the line, led by quarterback Brock Lovelace. They'll be in a shotgun formation. One back in the set. This time rolling to the right side. Brock sees up the middle. He's going to take it out past the 25 out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. And it's going to be a 1st down, Spring Hill. First play of the game, Spring Hill.
Spring Hill comes out in a little bit of that shotgun spread backfield. They move a man out to the slot, option to that side, pick up a good yardage on their 1st down play.
Raiders 1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the first play. Lovelace gets the ball, this time options to the right side, to the left side to number 1. He gets out past the 35 to the 38-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards on the play, and that's Greg Crawford on the carry for a quick 8 yards, Tim.
This time they come out, Kevin, in a little bit of that slot, and they run the option back to the weak side or the shallow side of the field. Fairview gets there in numbers, but not before a little bit of a good gain there. I shouldn't say a little bit, a good gain for the Spring Hill Raiders.
2nd down 2. This time for the Raiders, staying in shotgun formation, 2 backs in the set. Quick handoff up the middle. It's going to be a 1st down out past the 40 to the 43-yard line. That's where they're going to spot him down, but it's another 1st down for the Raiders from Spring Hill.
These first few plays, Spring Hill's kind of said, we're going to come right at you, run the option, we're going to gap block, we're going to move you, we're going to try to gain yardage. And so far they've been successful.
Yeah, Spring Hill on the year, Cadoris Ray has been their leading rusher coming into this game. This time tossed back to number 25, and that is going to be Cadoris Ray with the toss back. Cadoris is going to pick up on this play about 3 to 4 yards. The pickup of 4 is going to be 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Raiders.
And that's at number 25. They told us before the game, Kevin, he squats 600 pounds.
Wow. Split out to the right, it's number 23, Deontay Cannon. Shotgun formation, handoff this time up the middle is going nowhere. The Yellow Jackets sniffed it out. It's going to be a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Ball still on the Raider side of the field at the 48-yard line. Yellow Jackets have their first real test of the night on 3rd down from the defensive play strategy.
Good defensive play. Quarterback reads that defensive end. Bobby Box coming. He hands off inside. Fairview plays tough up inside. Shuts him down for a small gain.
3rd down 5. Potential passing opportunity. Go to a I formation this time. Pitch back to number 25 is going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage and trying to drag the Yellow Jackets, but he's not able to do so. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 yards to go as the Yellow Jacket defense smells out the toss sweep back to number 25, Ray.
Fairview's defense that time, they come out, they swarm the line of scrimmage. Kevin, it's a little apparent to me that Spring Hill is a running team. They think they can beat you with their backs, and their front people are going to move you out of the way. Good play, Yellow Jacket defense.
Xavier Lee into the game this time. Looks like they may try to come up and try to draw the Yellow Jackets offside and maybe not run a play. We'll see what they're going to do. They actually are going to run it this time, going back to try to get the first down. It's not going to get it. It's going to be 4th down, change of possession because the Yellow Jacket defense stands strong. That time, number 13, Brock Lovelace, went back and was going to try to hand it off, and then he tried to do something creative there, but the Yellow Jacket defense just overwhelmed the play.
Key to that play, Kevin, we stood Cody McNeil up, all 395 pounds plus a couple biscuits of him. He took up right up the middle. 2 players came down to block him. That gave us room on the outside to put pressure on the quarterback. Great call, great execution by that Raider defense.
Yellow Jackets take over at midfield. 1st down 10 after the defensive stop. This time Raines is just smothered in the backfield by number 22. Shooting the gap this time, number 22 into Daniel Raines, and that's Allen Beasley. Allen was not touched on the sack that time. He's going to be a loss of 4 yards by the Yellow Jackets. 2nd down and 14 yards to go.
The 2nd down and 14 for Fairview.
Kevin, there's not a lot to say about that one. Just move on.
Yep, definitely that time the Yellow Jackets on the blitz did not pick that up at all, Tim. Staying in shotgun formation. Bach in motion. This time the Yellow Jackets without Cole Cassidy in the lineup. They're trying to run range left and right from the quarterback slot. And this time it's going to be a loss of 1. 3rd down, 15 yards to go by the Yellow Jackets.
Kevin, you get the feeling that Daniel Raines is a marked man out there. When he catches the ball and he looks in the middle, they're shooting that inside linebacker. When he moves to the side, that outside linebacker DB is coming up in a hurry. I think they may have a little bit of that safety in the box too.
Devin Penner back this time with Daniel Raines in the backfield. 3rd down, 15. The Yellow Jackets have thrown for 1st down twice tonight. Back to throw the ball, rolling out to his right side is Raines. Raines gets the ball down the field, and he had a receiver open. That was number 80, Branch, open on the play, but Raines trying to rush away from the defense, not able to get the completion made, so it goes incomplete. Yellow Jackets in a punting formation or punting situation. 4th down, 15 yards to go.
Dan Burns was in pursuit of Daniel Raines, and Daniel did not have a chance to set his feet. And I'll tell you what, Dan Burns showed some very good speed tracking Daniel down.
Punting formation, Tyler Emler back to kick the ball away again. Good snap back. This time the ball is kind of a floater that's going toward the out-of-bounds line, and Yellow Jackets down the ball at the 25-yard line. Spotted at the 26, where they will take over with their 2nd defensive opportunity. The Raiders' 2nd offensive opportunity at the 26-yard line.
That looked a little bit like a Craig Heinrich knuckleball.
It was definitely a floater.
Yeah,
knuckleball is a good way to put it.
Spring Hill deep man did a good job of not trying to catch that one, because that was coming down, and he might have fumbled that one.
2nd offensive series, this time up under center, is going to be Brock Lovelace. Lovelace this time going back to pass, being covered, and it's intercepted by the Yellow Jackets. They read it. If they can get past Lovelace into the end zone, it's going to be a touchdown, and they do! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That screen pass was absolutely diagnosed and picked up from the get-go. Yellow Jackets with the interception.
Intercepted, return for a touchdown by number 87.
Into the end zone. Bobby Bach read that time, Tim. He stayed back, and the toss goes right to him. He dodges the only man that could get him, and that's the quarterback that threw the ball to him, Brock Lovelace, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, 6-0 lead, Yellow Jackets.
Bobby Bach steps right in front, takes it to the house. Kevin, next time we're on defense, watch Cody McNeil. He is standing up and he is creating havoc in the middle of that line for Spring Hill. Their blocking schemes are a little off. They're not quite knowing what to do, and that's giving our outside people room and time to come in.
Kick up and good that time, Tim. And Caleb is on a nice little streak there of getting the good snaps back. Alex Gertchen putting the ball down on the tee and getting the ball through the uprights for good, solid point after attempts. Early in the year, we struggled with that, but now I think it appears that we've got a good streak going with how we're getting the snap and set down.
Yeah, they've got that timing down. The snap, 2 steps, ball's down, he kicks it. He doesn't have to worry about watching that ball get set.
Tonight, traveling with the Fairview Media Department, giving the credit again, as we like to do where the credit is due, who deserves this credit, Tommy Garvin and Shyla Hall, out with producer Bob King tonight, bringing you this replay of the Fairview High School football game. You can check the replays out on Channel 3, Channel 19, and 96 and 99, depending on what carrier you may have. Calling the game tonight is Kevin Anderson, myself, and Tim French.
Kevin, I'm anxious to see what Spring Hill, how they respond to that touchdown. They're home. It's homecoming. We'll have to see what they do.
Homecoming night, this kick gets away down to the 5-yard line where it's picked up by Spring Hill Raiders, and the Raiders have a huge hold. There's a holding on the play. We're going to see if the flag is thrown, and there is a flag thrown down at the 44-yard line. Actually, the holding that I saw, Tim, took place at about the 30-yard line on the Raiders side of the field.
And the sad thing here is, I should say the good thing for the Raiders here is, or not the Raiders, the Yellow Jackets here, is that happened right in front of the referee. Had he let go of that block, I think he'd have scored. But you're right, they missed a big one back here on the 30.
It's a holding, and actually it's one of 2 that could have been called on the play. Big kickoff return is going to be taken back because of the holding on the play. And Tim, you're right, if he just lets go of that, everyone else had already not called and seen the other holding play that was in the process of. Had he let go of that just exactly like you said, that's a touchdown, and we're looking at a potential tie game.
Mm-hmm.
So that holding brings the ball back to the 45-plus yard line on the Raiders side of the field.
Snap, Kevin, watch Cody.
He sure is standing up this time. Hand off to the right side. The Yellow Jackets are beat a little bit on the play, but out to the 48-yard line, 49-yard line on the Yellow Jacket side of the field is going to be the workhorse number 25, Kadarius Ray. Ray picks up 6 yards on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go for the Raiders.
Cooper Stevenson hustling over there to get in on that tackle.
A couple of other thank yous tonight. Michon Ramey, who provides the tape for the coaches. And the Yellow Jackets in the backfield brings down the runner this time for no gain on the play. Busting through that time, bringing down number 22 on the carry.
I tell you, that defensive scheme that the Jackets run out there, teams have a hard time getting to the man we have on the edge, regardless of which side it is.
Looks like a good spot. Looks like it was brought down for no gain. Picks up 1 on the play. 3rd down and 3 for the Raiders across midfield. Going back to throw the ball. Being potentially sacked, and he is. He's brought down for a huge 12-yard loss on the play. 13-yard loss, let's make that, is number 13.
That was Jaworski on the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Again, coming off that edge, he stands back. He's not lining up on the line of scrimmage. He comes off the edge. Nobody picks him up.
Lovelace that time turned around, and like you said, Jaworski that time just got right through with that one block that he had, and the Yellow Jackets made hay with that. Good spiraling kick away. Down and caught as he's falling backwards with the fair catch play is Devin Penner. That was a little scary right there. We kind of saw that happen with the Titans this weekend where the receiver misplayed it.
I'll talk here in a minute as soon as my heart starts beating again.
Being attacked this time by
to get him
something here in the booth. Was it a Yellow Jacket or was it a wasp?
It's a wasp. We can edit that out.
Back to throw the ball, the Yellow Jackets, and that's Raines. Raines gets outside containment. It's going to be a pickup of a couple on the play.
Number 9, Raines, run out of bounds. Run out of bounds for a 22, Alan Beasley for Spring Hill.
Taken down by Beasley for a gain of 1 on the play. That time the Yellow Jackets, looking like they were going to try to pass the football, was not able to do so.
They're just getting too much pressure and penetration on that Yellow Jacket line. Daniel's not getting much room to get outside or to set up for the pass.
In motion, back to throw this time, screen pass out to the left side. Nice block that time by the Yellow Jackets. It breaks free. It looked like Bach on the catch.
Number 9, Daniel Raines' pass is complete. And the 87, Bobby Bach.
So Bach does pick it up, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 to go. So the Yellow Jackets, after it looks like the clock has struck 0 at the end of the first quarter, Tim, the Yellow Jackets come to homecoming night here, Spring Hill Raiders, and take a 7-0 lead after 1 quarter and are driving 3rd down and a short 1 to go.
Fairview looks a little bit quicker, a little bit fresher on the field tonight.
Actually, that last play was so close before they move it on the quarter. They're going to see if he did pick up the first down with the spot. And it's going to say he's about a half a foot short of the first down. So when play resumes in the second quarter, Tim, the Yellow Jackets have been notorious for just taking a real quick snap and running that over the center. But you never know. Coach Hughes has been very creative this year. It wouldn't surprise me to see anything come out of the playbook.
He could bring Daniel up to the line and take the snap, take a step back, and loft one down the sideline. See what happens if he catches those defensive backs up too tight.
Well, it's definitely a good first quarter for the Yellow Jackets. Bobby Bach picks off a pass, takes it into the end zone from about 15 yards out. And that's the difference in the ball game, is that one defensive play. The defense for the Yellow Jackets has been strong. The Raiders have had great field possession in each of their opportunities, and the Yellow Jackets have either had a sack, they've taken advantage of stopping them on 4th down, turning the ball over on the 4th down possession, and then when they had pinned them deep at the 20-yard line, they went back to throw a screen pass, and Bobby Bach picks it off and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, it looks as though our Yellow Jacket defense is getting that Spring Hill offense a little bit out of sync. From watching them, it looks like they like to pound the rock and just move the ball down the field and wear you out. And that Jacket defense is swarming out there tonight, and we're forcing them into long plays and don't have to go to the pass, which it doesn't seem like they're real comfortable with.
Yellow Jackets come out. 3rd down and inches to start the second quarter. And as well as when I was getting tacked here earlier trying to get the last couple of folks in, Michonne Ramey, who does the coaches tape, give her credit here for doing that, and Stacy Hare, who provides us stats for each of the ball games. In tight this time is going to be the Yellow Jackets. Up under center is Daniel Raines. Raines takes the ball, and as we thought he might do, he does squirm and get outside of the containment. It's going to be close to a first down, and it looks like they've already thrown up the 4th down.
If it's on the line, he's short.
It's going to be 4th down and 1, and we'll see what Coach Hughes decides to do here.
Spring Hill's the first team that doesn't fall for that hard count. They've obviously scouted Fairview before this game.
This game, Tim, it reminds me a lot of the Creekwood game, as you had mentioned in our pregame discussion. Bigger than the Yellow Jackets up front, so the Yellow Jackets are going to have to do something to overcome that. So 4th down, ball spotted just outside the 30-yard line, a snap back, and Emler gets the punt away, and it actually, that punt was blocked by the Raiders, shown by the official anyway, and then the ball hits down and touches a Raiders player, but since it was blocked, it took away a little bit of the opportunity for the recovery there. And that's surprising. The Yellow Jackets on basically 4th and less than anything has gone for it this year, but this year, or this game, it appears that Coach Hughes has tried to play it a little more conservative and work the field position a little bit. First down, 10 Raiders. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line.
Spring Hill comes out in the I-bone.
I-bone, man in motion. Second man through, doesn't get the ball. Third man gets the ball, gets through the line of scrimmage, picks up about 12 on the play. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Raiders. Raiders homecoming night here, trailing the Yellow Jackets 7-0 with 11 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Spring Hill showing us several looks out there tonight. We've seen the spread, we've seen the eye, we've seen the pro formation. Now we got the I-bone.
Ray again had that last carry. This time the handoff is to number 1, and that's Greg Crawford. Crawford not having as much success with the carry as on the previous handoff that Ray did, but he picks up about 3 on the play. Second down and 7 yards to go for the Raiders.
Good hustle by that Yellow Jacket front 4 and those linebackers, Kevin. That play looked like he had a little bit of seam, but that speed and gang tackling of the Jackets holds him to a short gain.
Second down 7. Ball on the Yellow Jacket side of the field. Toss sweep back to their key man. And he gets past the original line. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. And that's Raines that catches him and pushes him out of bounds. But on the carry that time was Chauncey Pierce. I think it shocked the Yellow Jackets with the way they ran the play. Instead of a handoff as he's coming through, it was a real quick
pitch.
Hitting sweep or a toss sweep back.
Yeah, that's that old school I-bone, get him moving toward the line. And that really wasn't a student body right. That was an inside sweep.
Yes, it was. First down for Spring Hill. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Toss sweep out to the left side. This time it's just a foot race at this point. Gets outside the Yellow Jacket containment into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. The Raiders take it from a 7-0 Fairview High School lead. So the Yellow Jackets now only lead by 1, 7-6, with a really nice toss sweep that time. Fake right, toss sweep left, and it was a foot race to the pylon, and they won.
Quarterback comes out, moves to the right, reverse pivots, comes back, quick pitches to the running back. They had some good blocking out there, and then from then on it was just speed.
Deontay Cannon gets the touchdown run for the Raiders, as the Yellow Jackets were not able to stop that. Left-footed kicker number 14 to try the point after and try to tie this football game up. Kick up and is in through the uprights, and it's good. So Chris Mason kicks the ball through the uprights and ties this football game with 10:02 left here in the first half.
His kicking style reminded me of Jan Stenerud of yore in the National Football League. All right, now it's time for the Yellow Jackets to pick it up and take this offensive drive and make some hay. We've seen their defense now for a few series, Kevin, and we know what they like to do. They're bringing that pressure. They're trying to hem in Daniel. It could be time to get Devin a little bit more involved in the offense, and they can go back. I think those passes, those out patterns behind those linebackers and in front of the DBs are there.
Yeah, Tim, one thing that we've already noticed in the defensive set from the linebacker spot, missing Ethan Cassidy tonight. You know, Ethan does a really good job, or has done a good job, of stuffing up a lot of those holes, and it gives the containment the opportunity to go left or right with those type of plays that we just saw on the toss sweep.
Well, you can't help but think that Ethan would have read that, and he'd have been out there in that gap in an attempt to make a tackle, and he would have made it.
Ball kicked down, picked up at the 15-yard line, this time by the Yellow Jackets, and there's a huge hole on the play out past the 40 to the 42-yard line, where the Yellow Jackets' Devin Penner takes the ball at the 15 out to the 42 for a 27-yard return.
You can't relax against this Yellow Jacket team, regardless of what's on the field, our defense, our special teams, or our offense.
And we'll have to say, you know, give credit where credit is due. A good following by the Yellow Jackets coming down to Spring Hill, which is not exactly right next door. But also for Spring Hill, finding a parking spot here tonight was rather tough, because they have a lot of folks here on homecoming night. 3 receivers in this set for the Yellow Jackets. Penner, actually Is that McDonald back with Daniel Range. Range tries the right side, gets outside containment, gets behind his blockers for a pickup of about 5 yards on the play. Tim, I couldn't tell who that was in the backfield with Daniel Range that time. Was that McDonald or was that Penner?
It's McDonald back there on this offensive set, number 44.
Yellow Jackets come with a reverse set this time. The 3 receivers to the left side, 2 off the line of scrimmage, so that gives them the appropriate number to have a play called and successful play. This time they go left side. Not able to do anything, but they break containment to the right side. If Range can get outside, which he's not able to break that containment that time, it's going to be a loss of a couple. But if he would have beat that one man, Tim, he had the sidelines and grass between him and the pylons.
What we're seeing tonight from this Spring Hill team is they have more team speed than any of the defenses we've played this year. Normally, Daniel gets that corner and he gets the edge. This time, Spring Hill's able to cut him off.
So from 2nd and 5, we go to 3rd and 7. Score tied, 8:35 and counting down. First half of action. Yellow Jackets big 3rd down play right here. Receiver going out in the set, getting it out on an out pattern, and it looks like it's an interference, and no flag is thrown as Alex Gershon goes up to try to make the play and cover that time by number 37. And again, if you're watching this, if you had a replay on that one, you'll see that 37 got there a split second early, but no call. So it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Yellow Jackets, 4th down and 7. Was I wrong in that, or he did get there early?
He got up with the left hand and got into his back a little bit. Yeah, you're right. I think if Daniel would have got rid of that ball just a second earlier, he had Gershon alone.
This time, this kick is well over the return man's head, out inside the 20, down at the 16-yard line, where the ball comes to a stop.
Tyler Imler doing what he's done all year for us, Kevin. He gets that ball down the field and protects the field position part of the game. Good job, Tyler Imler. On that last play, I counted 9 Spring Hill defensive players within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage.
They're just putting everybody in the box, then daring us to go over the top. Spring Hill comes out in another eye-bone look, running formation. Handoff faked, going back to throw the ball down the field, receiver open. So they're trying to do a little trickery that time, as definitely Lovelace had somebody wide open. Had number 12 wide open on the play, and that was Kyle Flowers. He just overthrew him a little long and left on that play.
They're moving that first, I guess it would be the fullback in that eye bone. They're moving him to the strong side of the field and kind of trying to draw Fairview off the play.
This time toss sweep out to the right side. Yellow Jackets pick it up pretty quickly. It's going to be a gain of about 5, though, as it was good blocking that time by the Raiders, as was earlier Chauncey Pierce, who had a long run. He picks up the about 6 on the play, as it's shown. 3rd down and 4 for the Raiders.
We're giving Cody a little break. We're coming up with a 5-man front, actually a 6-man front if you count Cavender out here on the left side.
Crawford in the backfield this time looking for the toss, and he does get the toss. And there's a block in the back, and they did see it that time. So this 1st down run is going to come back, because definitely the Raiders had a block in the back that's going to be a big 15-yard penalty from that spot. Definitely block in the back. Easy to see. It happened right in front of the man in the striped shirt. And the Yellow Jackets will say, we'll take it.
When you're right out there in front of him, you better keep those hands in.
The walk-off now, instead of 3rd down and 4, is going to take the ball inside the 15-yard line down to the 13-yard line. Instead of 3rd down and 4, we have 3rd down and 13.
After the mark off of the penalty, 3rd and 13 for Spring Hill.
Shotgun formation this time. by Spring Hill. Going back to pass, being rushed, tries to get the ball down the field, and the pass is thrown just a tad bit low, incomplete. The Yellow Jacket defense did exactly what they had to do after they were stopped to keep the momentum from staying on the Spring Hill side. They came out and did what they had to do, Tim, and stop and get the ball back for their offense.
Yeah, we got a 4 and out, if you will, with the penalty.
Yep.
And we're going to win the battle of field position after this punt.
A bad snap. The Yellow Jackets may have a safety on the play, and they tackle Spring Hill in the end zone for a safety. The snap goes back, not handled well by number 80, and that's Nick Wise. Nick Wise takes the ball and does the wise thing and just goes ahead and takes the safety instead of trying to do something creative with it. And so the Yellow Jackets take a 9-7 lead with 7:06 left. So, Tim, that penalty was absolutely huge for the Yellow Jackets. It stopped them from getting the first down, number 1. But number 2, it created a situation where the punt was in the end zone, and everything has to go perfect when you have that to happen.
That Yellow Jacket defense is all over the field down tonight. We pick up 2 and we get the ball back.
Get 2 and the ball is exactly right. So now Spring Hill has the opportunity to choose whether they want to punt the ball away or whether they want to kick it off the tee. And it looks like they've made the choice to bring their kicker out, number 14, Chris Mason. He was the left-footed kicker that you brought up earlier, and they'll kick off from the 30-yard line. But the key thing is the Yellow Jackets get 2 plus the ball.
7 minutes left to go in half. We can control this. It'd be nice to see us have a nice ball control drive, get down there for 7. But you and I both know Coach Hughes. If he can score in 30 seconds, he'll do it.
Absolutely. So kicking off actually from the 20-yard line after the safety is going to be Spring Hill. Bach and Penner back to receive the kick, standing at their 30-yard line. The official's about ready to blow this, Tim, blow this in play, but Tim, that was huge for the Yellow Jackets right there. Big defensive stand to create the punting opportunity, and then being back there on the snap. Running up the middle, the Yellow Jackets absolutely smothered that time. Number 1, Crawford put a huge hit on the Yellow Jacket return man, and that was Bach on the return that I'm going to tell you, credit where credit is due, that was a smack.
Yeah.
Bach's going to feel that on Saturday morning.
Number 20 had a little bit of an assist in there. He had him by the legs, and whew, the other Spring Hill player just cleaned up.
So the Yellow Jackets come out, first down and 10, ball on the 42, their side of the field. Penner going to join Raines in the backfield. Snap back this time, handed off to Penner to the right side. He breaks to the left side. He breaks a tackle. He gets inside the 40, switches arms with the ball, gets down inside the 30 to the 26-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. But that is a pickup on the play, Tim, from the 42 to the 26-yard line. 34-yard gain on the play.
Great play, Devin Penner. They were so concerned about Daniel getting outside that when Daniel took those 2 steps, they all shifted and went with him. And then when he handed that ball back inside to Devin, it was over. It was on.
9-7 lead, 6:45 counting down here. Yellow Jackets go back to the shotgun formation. Penner in motion, this time gets the handoff going right. He breaks it up the seam again, and this time there's a flag thrown. I'm afraid this may come back against the Yellow Jackets as a hold on the play. And is a hold on the play against the Yellow Jackets. So the same thing that happened to the Raiders, a penalty, stopped the momentum. This is going to bring the ball back 10 yards. It's going to be first down, 20 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Right at the point of attack, got those hands outside. And the official saw it. I saw it with my binoculars, but I didn't want to say anything.
First down, 20. Actually, it's going to be a little longer than first and 20. It's going to be first and 22 for the Yellow Jackets.
And 24 for Fairview.
They go back up under center this time. Handoff up the middle. The Yellow Jackets trying to catch Spring Hill off guard with the quick hitter up the middle. Gets the ball back inside to the 35-yard line. It's going to be second down, Yellow Jackets from the 35.
Luke McDonald hits up inside there, but you can't help think, is Fairview setting something up? They're running that play up inside. Are they setting something up for the outside?
So the ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Need to get to the,
It's second and 19 for Fairview.
looks like 6-yard line. Snap back this time is a little low. Getting the ball down the field after the fake. Going up to catch the ball is caught this time by the Yellow Jackets. And he catches the ball, and we'll see who that throw was to.
Gershon.
Alex, the man Gershon, with the catch. And they're waving the flags. The flags being the flags on the sideline for the first down marker flag.
Don't scare me like that, Kevin. That was good coverage by Spring Hill. It's just a better reception by Alex out there.
Spring Hill calls timeout. Ball spotted on the 15-yard line. So the Yellow Jackets having to get to the 16 for the first down, get the pass down to the 15, pick up a big first down. 5:34 left here. Spring Hill calls their timeout. Their first timeout used in the first half tonight, Tim.
Spring Hill coming off a pretty stinging defeat to their crosstown rival last week. I'm wondering if that's having a little bit of a lingering effect. They don't seem to be playing with a lot of hop and a pop in their step tonight, and the Yellow Jackets are taking advantage of every bit of it.
Well, I'd like to say that a lot of that hop and pop out of their step is the creativity and the hustle that the Yellow Jackets are putting on them, and you know, very well could be that crosstown rival loss. But I think that this year we know that the Yellow Jackets were picked 6 out of 8 in 12 AA, and I think a lot of the teams are getting a little bit surprised that the Yellow Jackets are a good football team and a well-coached football team.
Hey, we're going to
Coach Chris Hughes this year.
We're going to show up and we're going to bring it, and you've got to stop us.
Penner gets the quick hitter across the line. It's going to be a pickup of about 2, second down and 8 yards to go. So the misdirection play that time to Penner as he was in motion. Tim goes for a couple, barely a couple. Second down and in a long 8, closer to 9. Back up under center this time. Penner in motion again. Same play fake. They're going to come around with a reverse this time, trying to get outside with Bach. Bach not able to do so. Brought down at about the 17-yard line. So it's going to be a loss on the play. Yellow Jackets are going to have third down and long.
You know, I was just going to say, whenever Fairview has a first down play that goes for 2 or 3 yards, they always seem to recover on second down.
That time they have a loss of 5.
That's one of the rare occasions.
It is.
When we don't.
Back in shotgun formation is Daniel Raines. Clock ticking down under 4:35 left. Yellow Jackets leading 9-7. Homecoming night here. Spring Hill against the Raiders. Snap back, looking down the field. He's got a receiver in the end zone, but Raines is going to try to run for it and get away from the defender. Not able to do so. Gets the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 12 yards to go. Raines that time had a receiver that had faked out his defender and had got open into the end zone. I think if he would have tossed it up, it would have been a one-on-one. There would have been time for recovery, definitely by the defender, but there would have been an opportunity for a touchdown too.
There was space there. If he'd have thrown that ball deep and given him the back of the end zone, yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. We'd have picked up 6.
Caleb Duke on to try to extend this 2-point lead. Ball spotted down at the 24, making it a 34-yard field goal. Distance is not a problem. Snap back, kick up and away.
Come on.
And it's little outside. Little outside the right upright. Looks like Duke got put under that one a little bit and caught it a little chunky, it looked like. Again, going back to my golf game term, but caught it a little chunky, got it up into the air. End over end, but it's going to take over. Spring Hill is going to take over first down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Kevin, going back to that play before the field goal attempt, You're exactly right. As Daniel moves outside, that Spring Hill defense is moving up. They're so concerned about him. If he could have held up and thrown that deep in the end zone, we'd have picked up 6. And you know that the offensive coaches saw that.
They did, and they'll come back to it. Up the middle this time is the quarterback for Spring Hill, number 13, gets the ball out. Side the 35 to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 18 on the play.
First and 10, Spring Hill.
That was a good run that time by the quarterback of Spring Hill.
Yeah, it was a good run, and he's a good runner, but he doesn't have the hops of Daniel.
Lovelace that time just found the seam and got up into that seam for the big first down. This time the toss sweep is the initial toss is taken away, but Lovelace gets outside. He's got one Yellow Jacket to beat, tries to run over the Yellow Jacket, not able to do so. That's Daniel Raines bringing him down with help that time, but it's not until after a pickup down to the 19-yard line by Lovelace.
Kevin, he showed some real speed there, but I stand by my earlier statement. I think Daniel's a little quicker. Great play by the quarterback, though. You got to give credit.
First down, Raiders. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Clock at 3:02, and the Yellow Jackets use a timeout right here. It's a wise timeout.
Good time.
Very wise.
Coach is going to go over there and tell them, hey, settle down. We've been down here before. Play your gaps, play hard, gang tackle, force a turnover. We've seen it many times.
In that time, they actually had the tall sweep or had the option play covered, and that was just a good play that time by Lovelace. Lovelace turned back to the right side, found a seam, and got around the outside of the play.
Savvy play. He reversed it. That play was to the left. He faked it, cut back to the right, and then turned on the speed. And Daniel, again, how many times have we seen that Yellow Jacket defense recover and make a touchdown-saving tackle and then benefit?
Yep, that's right. First down and 10 at the 19. And it is not uncommon that we've seen this year that the recovery gets the ball back. Some big play may happen. Right now, tonight, though, the offense for the Yellow Jackets have been somewhat stymied. They've not scored. It's been the defense and special teams that's put the points on the board for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Shotgun formation. Lovelace back to take the snap. He hands off to number 5. Number 5 going around left end, but there was definitely a hold on the play into the end zone. That's coming back, though, Tim. That looks good until you realize that Xavier Lee got into the end zone with a lot of help.
Number 88 looked like he had a hold of some jersey. There's a flag in the backfield.
Yep, that's where it was. It was. We're going to see if it was the hold or a block in the back.
I'm watching.
It's a hold. And the hold was a key hold because the Yellow Jackets actually had him covered, and I believe they would have brought Lee down in the backfield had that not occurred. So the hold on the play, the crowd gets a little upset about that, but in reality, that goes for a 4-yard loss if the hold doesn't occur. Hold occurs, now it's a huge loss on the play because it's a 14-yard penalty in essence.
And they're fighting that clock too.
So 2:50 and counting down. And as you talked about, the Yellow Jackets with the penalty this time seem to have recovered. Fake handoff this time. Lovelace looking to his right side, and he's not going to have as much room as he had earlier. Gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's going to be second down and still very long.
Little extracurriculars at the end of that play. Number 21 for Spring Hill and number 1 for the Jackets.
Bach on the tackle that time. 19 yards to go. Second down.
The second down, about 19 yards to go.
Shotgun formation this time. 2 backs in the set with quarterback Lovelace. Lovelace gets the snap back, looking to throw this time. Has time, gets the ball out, and it's a one-hopper out to number 5, Lee. Lee that time didn't have a chance, but I don't think you would have had a chance on a good throw because he was well covered by the Yellow Jackets.
You look, there was good coverage all across that defensive backfield. Quarterback didn't really have much room.
The third down at 19.
He was fortunate to have that one hopper. I think if he'd have thrown it on the line, it would have been picked off.
if the Yellow Jackets can come up with a big defensive play here, Tim, that just makes you as more prophetic as you have been all year with saying that we've always recovered or seem to recover. This time up the middle, the handoff, and the Yellow Jackets, they turn what could have been a huge play into a stop at the 24-yard line. So if Spring Hill decides to go for the field goal, it's going to be a 41-yard attempt.
Yanni Stenerud's coming out. And I apologize to any of the Spring Hill fans, but his kicking style just reminds me of the good old NFL kicker.
Timeout on the play before the kick is going to be made. And with a tight game, 1:47 left in the first half, the Yellow Jackets taking a 2-point lead on a snap that got away from the punter into the end zone, tackled number 80 into the end zone for the safety. And the other 7 points the Yellow Jackets pick up, Tim, was Bobby Bach read a screenplay, took it into the end zone from about 18 yards out, got past the quarterback, the last man that he had to beat.
You know, Kevin, you said it best. Both defenses tonight have stepped up, and it's a mark of a good team because the Yellow Jacket team all year, we've been an offensive juggernaut. Tonight, that offense has not been able to get turned on yet, and that defense has picked up the slack. That's a mark of a good team.
Amison in to kick a 41-yard field goal. If he makes it, it will give Spring Hill a lead. This kick is up and away, and it's no good. It's off to the left, but the Yellow Jackets have run into the kicker, and I believe that's either going to be, I don't believe in high school football anymore that there is a 5-yard on this play. I believe that could be a roughing the kicker play and give the ball back. I'm not real sure if that's what they're going to call.
He called, I missed the call. I know he pointed at the Jackets.
It looks like the offensive team for Spring Hill is coming back on the field, and it's going to be a first down for Spring Hill. Yellow Jackets had the rush on the play, and they are calling it running into the kicker.
It's going to be a 4th and 1.
4th down and 11 yards to go for Spring Hill.
I thought that was the beginning.
So
instead
of a roughing the kicker, they get a running into the kicker penalty, which is a huge difference. 5 versus 15. 5 and not an automatic first down. 15 and an automatic first down. So Spring Hill coming back on the field, but before they kick the ball away on 4th down and 11, the Yellow Jackets are going to use their last timeout of the half with 1:41 left. That last time, we definitely found out that the number 14, Amison, has the leg to go from about 50 yards, Tim. That ball was just a tad bit wide left.
I'd like to announce the homecoming vote results. Coming in 4th place.
They moved the ball this time to the right side of the field, which will benefit him as well. That Jacket defense needs to get some penetration, come up with a block.
This game brought to you tonight by the Fairview production staff, Tommy Garvin, Shiloh Hall, and producer Bob King. Calling the game tonight is myself, Kevin Anderson, and Tim French. This kick could put Spring Hill Raiders up by 1, and it looks like the Yellow Jackets jump off sides. And so from 4th and 11, we're now down to 4th and 6. So the Yellow Jackets have given them a total of 10 yards. And now the linemen are looking over to the sideline saying, Coach, let's go for it. But it looks like the coach is deciding that he's going to go ahead with 1:41 left and try to pick up the 3 points and take a 1-point lead. They're just getting closer and closer. And the Yellow Jackets have the luxury, I guess, of one more of those type penalties before a first down. Ball set down, kick up and away, and I believe this is going to be good. So the Yellow Jacket penalties turn a 9-7 game into 10-9 in the favor of the Spring Hill Raiders. The first kick from 41 yards is wide left, and then the Yellow Jackets with 2 5-yard penalties get him 10 yards closer, and that looked like a piece of cake for Amison.
Each team has taken advantage of opportunities tonight, and they've been mistakes. Fairview jumps on with that interception for a touchdown on the ill-advised pass from the Spring Hill quarterback. Bad snap, we take advantage, we get a safety. Spring Hill comes back with back-to-back penalties against the Jackets to kick a field goal.
I don't know if you were looking at the rankings before tonight's game, but if you looked online and looked at the predictions before each game, and on the Tennessean website, they kind of go through and do a massive prediction. And the Yellow Jackets were predicted to lose 2 of the games that they've already won, and tonight they're predicted, of course, to lose on the road to Spring Hill. But again, if they can stay true to form, keep turning the tables, maybe those indexes will realize that this team is for real.
Well, we keep introducing ourselves to teams every week, and one of the things these teams realize at the end of the game, we come to play, and more often than not, we win.
This kick is away, gets into the end zone. Yellow Jackets will take over with 1:35 left. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line.
Goes into the end zone for the touchback.
Will be first and 10 Fairview from the home 20-yard line.
I was sitting outside the other day at school, waiting for the bus. Parents were mine. You should have won. Thank you. I said, oh no, everybody knows that.
After the kickoff this time, handoff up the middle, and there is a little bit of a hole. You're going to pick up about 5-6 on the play after the push. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 Yellow Jackets. Clock running, 1:25 and counting down. The Yellow Jackets without a timeout left here. The Raiders with 2 timeouts left in the first half.
Good push by that Yellow Jacket offensive line. We're taking no time for granted. We're going to try to score before half.
So the Yellow Jackets down 10-9. Look like they're going to be happy to potentially go into halftime down by only 1. But again, you never take anything for granted. Yellow Jackets up the middle. They're going to pick up about 12 yards. Real quick hitter on the play. Clock stops with the first down.
Luke. Ball
out to the 37-yard line. First down.
That was big Luke McDonald busting up through there.
Number 11, Heath Petty is pretty ill.
54 seconds left. Ball moved out there close to midfield. That changes your whole complexion of what you may do now, Tim, with that first down and where the ball is. Shotgun formation, going back. Looking down the field is Raines. Raines throws the ball into the ground, but there's going to be a holding, I believe, on the play with the line trying to keep all of the defenders away from their quarterback, Daniel Raines.
Yeah, they were holding number 38, and they got a little bit of a hold on number 72.
Well, actually, it's going to be a block below. It's going to be a chop block.
That was on 38.
On Fairview.
It's going to be a 15-yard step off with the chop block. 40.3 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, he was not engaged, and he went down on the legs as number 38 was peeling away.
Homecoming night here in Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Will be a 15-yard penalty for the spot of the foul.
Well, so that's going to be first down, and I believe about a ship length. Ship length being a cruise ship length.
I think this is where they go into that, take it into the house.
35 seconds left. This time handoff to the right side. If they break something, great. And if they don't, they're just going to try to keep the ball in bounds and let the clock run. 2nd down on the play. And Spring Hill looks like they're going to be satisfied to let the clock run out too. So that's probably going to be the last play that we're going to see in the first half. It's been an entertaining first half, although there's not been a lot of offensive action. It's 10-9 right now. The homestanding Raiders leading against the traveling Fairview High School Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets again come into this game 4-1, and the Raiders come into this game 4-2 on the year. Have not seen their bye week yet. Yellow Jackets had a bye week in week 1 of the season. And we'll give you guys some stats here while we're going through some of the halftime activities for the homecoming.
Kevin, would you say
a partner here to hand me some stats from last week, and we'll give you the season and what's going on here, and let you know kind of where we stand, who our leading players are to date, and what they've done on the year. The Yellow Jackets and the opponents. These stats, Tim, I think are going to be somewhat surprising to a lot of the folks that watch the Yellow Jackets. First downs on the year, the Yellow Jackets have 69. Their opponents have 69. Would have caught you off guard with a 4-1 record. Rushing first downs 40, passing first downs 25, and penalty first downs have been 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Their rushing yards on the year is 939. Their passing yards on the year is 705. That caught me off guard when I saw that. I would have thought that that would have been a 3-to-1 ratio instead of a little more than half. And so on the year, the offensive yard stats for the Yellow Jackets is 1,538 to the defensive, or to the opponent's 1,346 yards on the year. Defensively for the Yellow Jackets, the leading tackler coming into this game is Ethan Cassidy, which Ethan Cassidy, again, big player not to have in the game. He's got 46 tackles on the year, 3 tackles for loss. Forced fumbles on the year. The leading person in that category is number 5, Alex Gershon, on the year. And interceptions on the year, you have Penner with 2, and then you have Gershon with 1, Raines with 1, Branch with 1, and Bobby Bach with 1. Now, Bach's already picked another one up tonight that took into the end zone for a touchdown, so we can say that he has 2, definitely. Offensive stats as far as leaders from the rushing standpoint, Daniel Raines has 407 yards, and the second leading carrier for the Yellow Jackets is Ethan Cassidy, again missing in action tonight due to a sprained knee. Passing for the year, 43 of 78 with 2 touchdowns is Daniel Raines for 542 yards, and the leading receiver on the year as far as number of catches is Alex Gershon with 15. Already a couple big catches tonight, 154 yards total on the year for Alex. Tim, I just have to say, when you look at the stats, the Yellow Jackets have not absolutely overwhelmed anybody, but yet they come into this game 4-1, and they're playing against a team that is a 10-point favorite over them, and they're down by 1 at the half, and due to a couple of penalties right there at the end is the only reason they're down by 1 instead of up by 2.
Right. And on those first downs, I guess one of the responses I would have is Fairview has had a lot of plays over 30 yards for touchdowns. So we've had fewer. If you probably looked at the offensive plays, they might be a little skewed. The other thing that I think about our Yellow Jacket team is that those stats are close, but we are an opportunistic, big play team. We make the best of all the situations when we're on offense. We find weaknesses and we exploit them. Teams will then turn around and shut it down, but what do? We adjust and we find another one. And our defense this year, we've said it time and time again, between the 20s, yeah, we give up some yardage, but you get down inside the 20 and we shut you down and many times come away with the turnover.
Absolutely. Well, that's kind of wrapping up the stats coming into this game, and we'll get you some stats at the halftime. I'm not sure they're going to be all that exotic and pretty tonight, but we'll definitely get you the stats of where they stand at the end of 1 half of action, and we'll be back to call the second half here in just a moment. Welcome back here, ready for the second half. The Yellow Jackets trailing 10-9 here after 1 half of action. Give you some stats here from the halftime. Score 10-9, as we mentioned. First downs in the game, they have been, the first downs, they've been hard to come by for everybody. Yellow Jackets with 5 first downs and 6 first downs for Spring Hill. Rushing on the evening, 21 carries for 72 yards for the Yellow Jackets, 18 carries for 170 yards for Spring Hill, 4 of 6 passing for the Yellow Jackets, 0 for 4 passing by Spring Hill with 1 interception. So total yards tonight, you have 121 total yards for the Yellow Jackets, 170 total yards for Spring Hill. So this has definitely, Tim, been a dominance on the defensive side of the ball. Kick returns, there's been 3 returns by the Yellow Jackets for 58 yards and 1 for 10 yards by Spring Hill. 4 penalties.
Kevin,
4 penalties in the game. Sorry about that. For 35 yards for the Yellow Jackets, 2 for 17 for Spring Hill.
I just wanted to say as a quick wrap up to the first half, in talking with some of the fans and others up here, this has been the hardest hitting game I know that I've seen this year on both sides of the ball, and they're saying the same thing.
Well, it's definitely been one of those back and forth games that, because it's close, makes it fun to be at. If this is one of those games that, you talk about watching paint dry, this has not exactly been one of those games because of the hard hitting and the back and forth action that we've seen. It's been a defensive struggle. I mean, to the point the Yellow Jackets have yet to score on offense. Their 9 points came from the interception return for a touchdown and from tackling the punter in the end zone on a botched snap early in the game.
It's been that type of game. This is almost like one of those chess match type of games. Both teams are hitting hard, waiting for the other team to make a mistake, and when they do, they're pouncing and they're seizing that opportunity to score.
The Yellow Jackets individually tonight, Tim, led in the first half. Rushing attempts, this is again one of those oddity nights. Daniel Raines, leading rusher on the year, has 12 attempts for a net 15 yards. McDonald has 4 attempts tonight for 23 yards. Penner 4 attempts for 39 yards, but 32 of those 39 were on 1 carry. Bobby Bach has 1 attempt tonight for a negative 5 yards to make up the rushing totals. Passing, Alex Gertchen has 2 receptions for 30 yards, long of 20, and Bobby Bach has 2 for 19, long of 10. And Tyler Emler has 4 punts on the evening, with his longest punt being a 32-yard kick on the evening. Now, on the other side of the field for Spring Hill, they have had 1 back that's basically dominated in the first half, and that was the quarterback, Lovelace, that has 73 yards on a long of 45 right there toward the end of the first half.
Their quarterback has a lot of good yardage, but I think what's helped that quarterback out is they've had a lot of up-the-middle strong pounding yards from number 25 and a little bit number 1.
So the Yellow Jackets, who received the opening kickoff tonight, will kick the ball away to start the second half action. It looks like for Spring Hill, going back deep is going to be number 19 and number 1. Number 19 is Freddie Roberts, who is a wide receiver, defensive back, and number 1, who's also made some big plays on the evening already, is Greg Crawford for Spring Hill. Kicking off is going to be Tyler Emler for the Yellow Jackets. Again, Yellow Jackets needing this win tonight, 4-1 on the year, but in 12 AA, would love to go ahead and get that record out to 3-0 on the year. Ball spotted down, and the kick is away. It's a good high, long kick. It's going into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. Crawford that time wanted to bring it out, Tim, but he looked down, and he's on the other side of the G, and he's like, doggone it.
And I don't think you can in high school. I think it's dead ball.
Dead ball once it passes the goal line in high school.
Tyler Emler showing that strong leg, once again putting Fairview in good field position to start a half.
And we do appreciate the halftime stats. We're across the field tonight from our statistician, Stacy Hare, and Stacy put the moves on, getting all the information across to us from the other side of the field, hustling over, getting it to us. First play from scrimmage is going to go for a loss on the play. The Yellow Jackets sniff it out, and for a 3-yard loss right out of the gate, they have a bundle of Yellow Jackets into the backfield, bringing down the runner for Spring Hill.
Good play by that Yellow Jacket defense. They swarm up the middle. They've got Cody out there standing up, taking those 2 gaps, allowing those other players to shoot the gaps and make tackles.
On the tackle for Fairview.
Pierce that time on the carry. goes for a loss of 3 yards. Second down, 13. Shotgun formation with Lovelace this time in the backfield. Snap back, handoff up the middle. Yellow Jackets are ready again. Not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down and 11 yards to go for the Raiders from Spring Hill. Two good defensive plays to start the second half out, Tim, and that's exactly what you like to see coming out of halftime.
Yeah, Jacob Chapdelaine and Cavender out there on that stop. They both showed good penetration, and they stopped him right in his tracks.
Third down and 11. Both teams wanting something to happen on the good side, positive side, to start the second half. Back to throw the ball, and the ball's knocked down. Up into the air, the hands go. I believe that was number 24 for the Yellow Jackets, Stephen Ray, that knocked the ball down. And, Stephen Ray, 6'2", gets those arms up in the air, turns into a 6'5", 6'6" really quick, and then when he leaps, he's got great leaping ability, knocks the ball down, 4th and 11, and number 80 back to punt the ball away, and that is Nick Wise.
Stephen Ray gets up high to block that pass, but he was also playing inside.
Good kick away from Penner this time, so Penner, not having a chance to receive the punt, just walks away from it, lets the ball fall dead at the 34-yard line, and a very smart move that time by Devin Penner to not try to do anything outside of the norm and just go ahead and let the ball drop dead, knowing that you're going to get the ball on offense. 10:31 left here, so a minute and 29 seconds taken off the clock with that opening offensive series for Spring Hill. The Yellow Jackets come out on offense under center. Again, the Yellow Jackets without their second leading rusher tonight, Ethan Cassidy. On offense this time in motion, handoff up the middle is going to go for no gain. That's handed off to McDonald. McDonald, that time, he may have picked up 1 yard based on where they're spotting the chains on the opposite side of the field. But Spring Hill was ready, as we were, on the first offensive play from scrimmage in the second half.
You know, Kevin, we not only miss Ethan for his running, he is a great lead blocker on a lot of plays for Daniel.
Gershon split out to the left side. Shotgun formation, Daniel Raines, Penner in motion. This time running up the middle, trying to get away, is going to be a small pickup on the play of about 2. It's going to bring up third down and about 6 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets, maybe even 3rd and 7. Based on the spot of the ball.
And number 53, Michael Webb, blows that play up, Kevin. He got a lot of penetration, got up inside there. Daniel couldn't get that little 12-inch gap that he needs to get turned loose.
So Gershon again split out wide to the left, and they've gone to him several times this year on a little out pattern. This time they go down the field to the right side, and the ball's knocked away. So they go against the teeth of the defense. It was 3-on-1 coverage that time on the right side of the field, and the Yellow Jackets on 4th and 7 send their field goal kicking team onto the field.
You know, Daniel tried to stick that
punting
ball
team.
in there.
I said field goal, but I meant punting team. It was a test. It was only a test.
It was a quiz. We all got it. Daniel tries to stick that ball in there, and if that Spring Hill player doesn't turn around at the last minute, we might have been able to pull out one of those comeback catches.
Himmler back to receive the punt, or to catch and get the punt away, in which he does. It's a low line drive, floating type of a punt. Caught, nowhere to go. Yellow Jackets spot it, bring the receiver down for no return yardage on that particular punt. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Ball caught that time by Freddie Roberts. Roberts looked left, looked right, tried to go left and right, and had nowhere to go because the Yellow Jackets were all over him on that return coverage.
Not sure which Yellow Jacket player it was. It was Gershon or Jaworski, but he ran right past that lead blocker for the punt returner, and he had, as you said, nowhere to go but down. They're coming out. I formation.
Split out to the right side as the lone receiver. They try to go up the middle, and they do get plenty of yardage. This time it's going to be a first down. Yellow Jackets trying to strip the ball away, not able to do so. It's going to be a pickup of about 15 yards this time for number 25, Kadaris Ray. Ray, the leading rusher on the year for Spring Hill has been a workhorse tonight whenever he's got his hands on the ball. Although Ray was not the leading ground gainer in the first half, he didn't have a bad first half at all. He had 23 yards on 4 carries. This time handoff faked up the middle, pulled back out of the gut this time by Lovelace. Lovelace gets down the field. He's going to be tackled, but not until he gets to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain from the 45-yard line down to the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 25 yards on the play, 26 yards exactly. So that's going to put Mr. Lovelace at 99 yards here.
Cody McNeil gets good penetration, Kevin. Shuts down that fullback. Quarterback makes a wise choice, pulls it out. I don't know if that was a call, but it was a great play.
Second man through this time gets the ball and twirls away. That's Crawford. He was going to be hit in the backfield and does a little spin move and gets away from the initial thrust of the defense, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down, 10 yards to go.
Cooper Stevenson with a big play, and if I'm not mistaken, Kevin, he's just a freshman. 6'2", 195. Good play, collapsing that play at the point of attack. Good job.
Second down, 10 yards to go this time for Spring Hill. Ball spotted just inside the 30-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. Shotgun formation. First man through gets the ball this time. Has the opening, gets past the first down marker inside the 15. They're going to spot him down at the 13-yard line. It's going to be first down for the Raiders. So, Tim, the Raiders have come out, and they have, on their second chance in the second half, they've pretty much opened up the middle of the line and run away with the football.
Do you recognize this offense they're running, Kevin? They're running that veer set that Fairview ran a little bit last year and the year before.
Shotgun formation again. Ball snapped back almost to the ball was the Yellow Jackets down toward the end zone. Jumping into the end zone, it's going to be a touchdown Raiders. No flags on the play, and it's going to be into the end zone. Penner that time tried to make the tackle in the backfield, but it was just a very well executed play from Lovelace to his running back number 23, Deontay Cannon. Cannon gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, that quarterback made that play, Kevin. He held that ball for the longest time, and then he pulled it out, and then he let that inside rush of the Raiders or Yellow Jackets get in there before he made the pitch.
The Spring Hill team tries to go for 2, and they do make it. The Yellow Jackets almost had them stopped. Spring Hill sets up in one of those formations that make you study and work at it during the midweek, takes time away from some other opportunities to defend, and they throw out to the left side the pass and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Spring Hill, moving the score 18-9.
Makes it a 2-possession game.
Very important 2-possession game thought process there. Takes away our 2-point conversion if they would have gone for 1 to tie the ball game up.
That extra point play that they run, I think Florida started that back in the day when Steve Spurrier was there. They split out wide and defense doesn't adjust. They snap it, get him out there for an easy 2. If they don't, they come over and they kick.
Yeah, I know when Bobby Johnson first came to Vanderbilt as well, they did that for the first couple of years, and he was asked the question, why do you do that? He said, well, if I can make the other coaching staff use part of their hours preparing for this 1 point after attempt, then that's time they can't be spending on something else that they normally would be spending their time on. Right. So I guess it's a well thought out thing.
And it's a good point. You're spending your time learning how to defend a play instead of spending your time learning how to create one.
Amundsen to kick the ball away, the left footer that definitely we've seen tonight has plenty of leg. Back deep for the Yellow Jackets is Bach and Penner. Ball gets away from the initial Yellow Jacket, and I believe that was Penner that the ball got away from. The Yellow Jackets jump back on the football. It's going to be first down for the Yellow Jackets at the 20-yard line. So even though Penner bobbled the ball, he was able to get back on it and fight for it and get it away from Spring Hill. So no harm, no foul, other than just a little bit of a heart movement on the Yellow Jacket side.
Kevin, that's the kind of play. Once again, I had to check my pulse and see if my heart had started back up.
Well, you can't do that to me up here. That wouldn't be fair. Shotgun formation. Raines in the set with McDonald back there. Pinner in motion this time. Handoff around the right end. Has room. Breaks one tackle. Not able to get away from the second tackle. Brought down after a gain on the play of about 6 yards. It's going to be a second down, 4 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Watching Devin Pinner this year, we knew he had speed and we knew he's elusive, but he's got a lot of power when he turns up in there. He breaks those arm tackles when he hits that point of attack. I'm really impressed with the way Devin Pinner's been running.
You know, he gets the angle on that play there, and his option is to take the inside angle or the outside angle, and it's kind of like you're running a veer offset I formation. Back this time to throw the ball, looking down the field is Raines, gets the ball down, and it's caught by the Yellow Jackets at the 35-yard line. Out of bounds, it's going to be a first down, Yellow Jackets. Ball thrown to Bobby Bach. Bach goes up and snags the ball and brings it down for the first down.
Nice pass, nice catch. What's impressive about that is Daniel is running against his throwing arm. He gets those shoulders squared, that foot planted, and he's able to throw that ball with some zip right in there. Good job, Daniel. Good job on the reception.
Clock stopped at 6:42 as the ball is out of bounds on the first down play. Yellow Jackets shotgun formation. Jackets trailing by 18-9 at this point. Snap back, quick throw out, one-headed catch this time by the Yellow Jackets. I couldn't see who that was. I believe it was Pinner with the catch. Gets about 8 yards on the play. Second down and 2, Yellow Jackets.
He makes that play so nonchalantly. He just turns around like, yeah, I'll catch it with this hand, turn around, take off, gain some yards.
Pass was a little bit behind him that time, but he reached out and pulled it in with one hand, and they're going to give him a pickup of 9 on the play. Second down and 1.
Second and 1, opportunity to try something big.
I formation, Bach in motion, this time handoff up the middle. It's going to be the Yellow Jackets. They get the first down, but that's about all they get. They're going to be given 2 yards on the play. But Pinner was not able to get away from the pursuit of the defense that time to get anything more than the first down.
I'll tell you what, though, Kevin, that was one step away from going. One step, and Pinner's still running.
That was close. Alex Gershon split out to the left side, Branch to the right side. Back up under center is Raines. Looks to the sideline, backs off, goes back into the shotgun formation. McDonald back there with him. McDonald goes in motion this time, snap back, and up the middle, Raines goes, tries to catch the defense off guard. He picks up a quick hit, 4 yards. That time, second down, 6 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
You send McDonald in motion, moves that linebacker out a little bit. They're trying to get a seam for Daniel up inside. Nice play by the Yellow Jackets.
I guess I just ain't seen the field very good sometimes, Tim, because it sure looked like he got out to the 50-yard line, and they spot him at the 49, so it's a gain of 3, second down and 7 yards to go. This time McDonald in front of Raines. Raines gets the ball out to the right side looking for a block. He gets one block, but that's not going to be enough because the pursuit is very solid this time by Spring Hill. So there's going to be no gain on the play. Still not reaching midfield is the Yellow Jackets with the clock ticking away.
It's Bobby Bach.
4:40 and counting down here in the third quarter of action.
That play was a little slower than we wanted to develop. The snap was low. Daniel had to go down, get it, get back up, set, and then fire that out there. Took a little bit too long.
Third down, 7, Yellow Jackets ball almost at midfield. Looks like they're throwing a screen pass. They do, but the screen pass is picked up very well as the pass was thrown to McDonald that time. But number 22,
Alan Beasley.
Was that Beasley?
That's the one we heard about before the game.
He smelled it and executed from the defensive standpoint. Fourth down, ball at the 48-yard line.
That play looked good. That play looked good developing, but he just smelled it out and waited on it.
When you let the line go like that, if you don't have somebody that stays back, you never know what's going to happen. Snap back is Imler. Snap back, Imler catches the ball, gets the punt away, barely gets the punt away. Ball rolls inside the 15 to the 14, where it's going to be first down for Spring Hill. Spring Hill, homecoming night here, leading 18-9 against the visiting Yellow Jackets. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Greg Crawford comes close. If he tackles that ball, he blocks it, but I'm not going to tell him that.
Yeah, he definitely had that go right through his hands. He made the circular motion and he kicked it through the O that time. Two receivers split out this time. Ball under center, or under center this time is Lovelace. I formation. Hands off to the second man through, and he's got plenty of running room trying to make the tackle, and he runs right over the Yellow Jacket defender. But after doing so, he runs over Raines. Daniel makes the hit at the 40, but after he makes the hit,
I'm
he gets an extra 2 yards after the hit.
I'm going to want to talk to some of their coaches up here. He had a little bit of room to the outside there, and it looked to me like he saw Daniel and he needed that contact.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ray, that time with a big run.
Daniel hangs tough, though, makes the tackle.
Ball at the 41-yard line. First down, 10 Raiders. Raiders on the move. Second man through, gets the ball. This time that's number 46, Pierce. He's going to go down for a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8. Again, the clock isn't a factor right now, still in the third quarter, but if they can continue pounding the ball and getting it down the field with their big offensive line, that makes it tougher and tougher for the Yellow Jackets.
Cooper Stevenson again playing tough on that, Kevin. He closes down, gets in on the tackle.
Shotgun formation, first man through, gets the ball this time, breaks the initial hit, breaks the second hit, and he's got the end zone in front of him if he can break away from the Yellow Jackets, and he does. And it's into the end zone for a touchdown. Number 38 gets the handoff, and it looked like he was brought down for a no gain on the play. But number 38 is Montrell Evans. Evans gets all the way into the end zone, Tim, for a long touchdown run. Just a breakdown on the defense that time because they thought they had him down.
Exactly. We had hands on him at the point of attack, 2 yards past the point of attack, and we had normally that Yellow Jacket defense is swarming. They're moving around the field. We didn't get over that time, and they make us pay for it.
Number 14, Chris Amison, into attempt the extra point for Spring Hill.
That was Evans' first carry of the night, and he made it a very memorable first carry of the evening. Point after upcoming this time. Snap back, kick up and away, and it looks like it's a little left of center, and it's no good. So 24-9, 15-point game.
And the extra point is no good.
Yellow Jackets definitely can put 15 points on the board, but offensively tonight, just as they did against Creekwood, the pursuit by the defense of Spring Hill has been very strong and has not allowed the offense of the Yellow Jackets to get on track tonight.
The Spring Hill defense, they're gearing up toward Daniel, and as the game's wearing on, I just can't help but we are missing Ethan out there tonight. He patrols that middle, and we don't have missed tackles like that when he's out there. And he's also, as I said, not only a good runner, he's a great lead blocker for Daniel. And we're missing that a little bit. But as we've seen all year, this Yellow Jacket team can put some points on the board, and that now we're going to get an opportunity.
Well, Amison's going to be kicking off, Tim, from the 40-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets definitely at this point, with Bach and Penner back to receive, they need to get something going quick. 2:41 left. It's only 14 minutes and 41 seconds left in this game. You're down by 15. And basically, your offense has got nothing going so far.
Right.
This time, it's going to be a fake handoff. Penner keeps the ball. Gets down the right side. He may have something if he can get Amison. If he can get by him, and he does get by him barely, but Amison has the last resort, knocks him out of bounds, but he gets past midfield. So the fake reverse that time, Spring Hill bought into it. That's been a couple of times this year we've seen that happen for the Yellow Jackets. The first time they took it all the way for a touchdown in an earlier game. This time they pick up about 40 yards on the return out to the 49-yard line of Spring Hill.
He is exciting to watch. You give him a little bit of room. As I said, he's not only fast and elusive, he is strong as a runner.
Alex Gershon split out to the left side, Branch to the right side. Back looking is Raines. Raines gets thrown down, tackled up high this time. Again, they break through the line of scrimmage. That's Crawford. Raines had nowhere to go. It's going to be a loss of 13 yards on the play. Second down and 23 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Spring Hill still staying in that 4-4, but they're bringing linebackers from different angles, and that Fairview line has to pick them up and give Daniel a little bit of room.
Yeah, that time Daniel looked up as soon as he caught the snap back, and he had nowhere to go except for trying to get away from Crawford. Snap back this time. Again, the Spring Hill Crawford has now accounted for back-to-back huge losses against the Yellow Jackets.
Kevin, he was coming on the snap. He started off in his linebacker position, and he took a step up on the down on the set, and he was flying for the gap, and he was reading the play. Those coaches, they really must trust his athletic ability because he's coming, finding that hole, and he still has to set up and make a tackle.
Well, he personally has taken the Yellow Jackets from the 49 of Spring Hill down to the 32-yard line. He's accounting for 29 yards in losses himself. Going back to throw the ball is Raines. Raines has a receiver out there, and it goes through the hands of Hunter Branch.
Daniel took a shot on that play, Kevin. He took a real shot.
He
hung tough.
Gets up a little gimpy on that, too.
Number 80, Hunter Branch.
Number 53, and I couldn't see the other one from inside from Spring Hill. They were coming, and it takes some courage to stand in there like Daniel did and fire that ball because he knew the hit was coming.
Freddie Roberts back to receive the punt again for Spring Hill. They've actually been very close to blocking Tyler Imler's kick the last couple of times. Need to make sure that they get a good solid snap back, which they do. The kick gets away and it's over the head. This time rolling to the left side down to the 22-yard line. It's going to be spotted down at the 22-yard line. No return on the play. That's exactly what Imler needed to do, is not give Spring Hill any opportunities to return that kick.
Greg Crawford, number 1, was hit by not 1, not 2, but 3 Fairview players as he was trying to get in on that punt. He's the one that's come close a couple of times.
Well, he definitely turned around the whole offensive set that time, breaking through untouched, if I may add, twice to get back to Raines and Penner on consecutive plays for those huge losses. I-bone formation this time coming out. Lovelace up under center, in motion, toss back to number 25. 25 gets outside. He's going to be brought down after a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Number 25, Kadarius Ray on the carry for Springville.
Ray on the evening has not been as big a workhorse as we thought he would be, but they've spread around all of their offensive capabilities tonight from 13 to 5 to 1 to 25, and that would be Ray, Lovelace, and Crawford respectively. Snap back this time, first man through gets the ball, and he's not going anywhere but backwards. He picks up 1 on the play. It's going to be third down, 6 yards to go.
Jaworski's a hitter. He's the one that came up in there and moved the pile back. Good job by Jaworski on that play.
Evans, his first carry went the distance. His second carry goes for 1 yard and a hard hit, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. 12 minutes left here, Tim, for the Yellow Jackets to turn the tables, and they need to get 15 points to tie, 16 to take the lead here in the fourth quarter action on the visiting grounds of the Spring Hill Raiders.
Yeah, we need to stop the bleeding defensively. They've had back-to-back drives that ended up in touchdowns. About ready to start the fourth quarter. Spring Hill offense is coming back out on the field. That Yellow Jacket defense is ready. Really like to see us get a stop, go 3 and out.
Starting the fourth quarter, the Yellow Jackets come out with maybe their biggest play of the night. 3rd down 7. They need a stop right here to get the ball back, trailing by 15 points against a very good Spring Hill team. Get the ball down the field. Diving catch made, and actually, I'm not sure if it was made or not. I think it got away from him when he hit the ground, so was not able to complete the play. It looked pretty for a while, but pretty turned into ugly as he hit the ground. 4th down, 7 yards to go for Spring Hill. 11:55 left, so 2 things happened there. The Yellow Jackets get the stop, and the clock does not start after the incomplete pass.
Jacket defense does what they have to do. They got a 3 and out, and they're getting the ball back.
Timeout, Fairview Yellow Jackets. Tim, that 3rd quarter for the Yellow Jackets was not good.
No, it wasn't. Well, really, the Yellow Jacket offense didn't have much of a chance. That Yellow Jacket defense, they were just wearing on them. They were just bringing it.
Right.
And again, you know, when you're missing a key man in the middle, he's not only a performer for you, he's a leader in that huddle. And we're missing that tonight. But now we're about to get the ball back. Ron King's a very creative special teams coach. I'd like to see him come up with something, get us a little block here for a touchdown, or a block, get us good field position.
And we'll check with our statistician here to see if we had any yardage at all in the 3rd quarter.
I would be very hard-pressed to see that, as many losses as we had in that last series.
Again, before we get this play off, again, credit where credit is due. Tommy Garb and Shiloh Hall make the trip out as students, working with producer extraordinaire Bob King. And trying for the 1st down is going to be Spring Hill on the fake. And it's going to be pretty close, and it looks like they have it. 1st down, Spring Hill. Yellow Jackets got taken off guard that time.
That's a gutsy call, deep in your own territory. 4th and 6, gutsy call by the Spring Hill coach.
Sean Ramey does the coaches' tapes, and also, again, super special stats given to us by Stacy Hare. And as you've heard us in years past, that's something that we've not had, and we really appreciate that Stacy helps us out and gets us the stats. And like the stat sheet comes over called Quickie Stats. Shotgun formation, goes back, 1st man through, gets the ball, and it's wide open again up the middle to midfield. Spring Hill right now just dominating the line of scrimmage, and that was number 38, Montrell Evans. Evans has now 3 carries on the evening, 2 big runs and 1 that went for 1 yard, but definitely the line of scrimmage is being dominated by Spring Hill. And let's not lose the fact that Spring Hill is a very good football team. Very, very good. 1st man through this time gets the ball again. It's going to go for a gain of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for the Spring Hill Raiders.
Cody McNeil getting over there, helping shut down that play.
Tackle number 69, Cody McNeil of Fairview. He's 2nd and 6.
I just feel a little different watching somebody run that belly series, that veer against us, when we've run that for the past couple years.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. A little bit of an offset I formation this time. 2nd man through, gets the ball, breaks the initial tackle, but not able to get past the 2nd and 3rd defender, and brought down that time by the Yellow Jackets after a gain of a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the Spring Hill Raiders. Bach, one of the initial hitters on the play.
That was Nate Tidwell coming up to make that, kind of be in on that tackle and be the lead hitter there.
Ray that time looked like he may get away from the defense and break it for a long gainer, but brought down by the defense. Shotgun formation this time. Quick hitter up the middle is faked and held onto the ball this time by Lovelace. Lovelace is going to go down for a loss of about 2. It's going to be 4th down and 6. That time Lovelace stuck it in the gut of the initial man, pulled it back out. He thought he had something on the option play there, but to no avail. The Yellow Jacket defense, they hold strong.
The 4th and 6 for Spring Hill.
Spring Hill going to punt now. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this football game. So their fake punt that they had earlier to pick up the first down, what it did for them is it rolled about 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Quarterback's back on the field.
It's going to be another fake attempt, it looked like. And before they could get that off, looked like we're going to have a delay of game, which is exactly what happened. So from 4th and 6 to 4th down and 11 for Spring Hill. I believe, we hear some people in the stands worried about, they don't think that was enough time. I thought, heck, my Timex had done crossed over 2 time zones by the time that play got off. 4th down, punting formation, snap back, kick away, kick off the side of the foot. It's going to take a Spring Hill bounce, though. Gets inside the 20 all the way down to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at the 16-yard line. 84 yards to go here to get at least one of their scores back.
Yellow Jacket defense comes up for the 2nd straight time. They get that ball back for our offense.
Tim, the Yellow Jackets going to need to put something together here and keep Crawford and some of the other rushing linebackers out of the backfield.
Yeah, they need to do something about shutting off that gap because Crawford is just shooting that gap and making problems.
Running a 4-4-3, and they're definitely coming strong. This time, again, they break through the initial line of scrimmage, and they get to Raines before he's able to get anything going on. Hands off that time looked like to Bobby Bach for a loss on the play.
Jesse Smith and number 74.
Jaworski, actually.
Yeah, Jesse Smith and gets in there. Fairview's they're rotating players in and out, trying to keep them fresh, trying to get a spark. This is the series where we need to do something, Kevin. This is the one.
With 8 minutes and a half left in the football game, it's probably about time to look to the passing game. Back, throwing the ball out. This time it's caught by the Yellow Jackets. Gets a few yards of the play out to a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Daniel Raines' pass is complete. Number 5, Alex Gershon.
Gershon with his 3rd catch of the evening.
Stop at number 37.
3rd down, 3 yards to go by the Yellow Jackets. No huddle offense still in motion.
Good call, Kevin, getting that pass out quick. Maybe we can use that pass a la the San Francisco 49ers to open up that run for us.
Branch out to the right side, 3rd down 3. Big play this time for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets have the defense moving around a little bit, but they're not crossing the plane, so everything is good. Get this pass out, 1st down, catch made, throw and catch made. Out to the left side to Alex Gershon. Gershon with his 4th catch. 1st down Yellow Jackets.
Offense is picking up the pace, getting a little quicker.
When the 1st down's made, as we know in college and in high school, it stops the clock. So we need a lot of 1st downs right here to stop the clock, but more than anything, we need to get past that big G down there at the end zone at the pylons. Back to throw the ball. This time coming back for the catch is the Yellow Jacket receiver. The Yellow Jacket receiver was held on to.
Oh, we have interference. The interference flag is down.
Let's just hope that they don't call that against the Yellow Jackets.
No.
If they do, that will be an absolute horrible call because you as a receiver have the opportunity to come back to the ball.
He didn't look for the ball.
It is an offensive pass. It's a pass interference against the defense.
The pass was good for 12 yards. The penalty is 15, so we pick up 3 more.
1st down Yellow Jackets. But I was saying, you know, from the vantage point that we had, the offensive player has a chance to come back unless I'm not sure what they're doing at this point.
I think
I guess they're saying pass interference. They moved the ball back about 3 yards. Tim, ball spotted at the 40-yard line, first down and 10. Pass across the middle on a sliding catch. Try to make a sliding catch anyway was Hunter Branch. Branch goes down, pass goes incomplete. Second down 10, 7:20 left here in the ball game.
Hunter goes down there to get that ball. He just can't hold on. One of the things this no-huddle offense is doing for us, Kevin, is Spring Hill's not able to substitute like they have been.
Right now they've got 12 men on the field. If the snap back in time, you could get them caught. They were able to get them off the field. Pass down the field, thrown, intercepted this time by Spring Hill. Pass intercepted at the 38-yard line, 43-yard line that is, taken back across the midfield. That pass that time looked like it was a timing pattern on an in route, and the timing was just a little bit off, picked off that time by the defensive back, number 9, Holden Howard, on the interception.
On an in route, your receiver has to get his body between the quarterback and that defensive back. That is the receiver's responsibility. He can't let that DB get position on him.
First down 10 now, Spring Hill. Everything going downhill for them. 7-11 left in the game, leading 24-9. Start out in an I-bone formation. Second man through, doesn't get the ball, but the third man does, and that's Ray. Ray fighting, tumbling, hitting, and turning. He gets up out 5 yards on the play. It's going to be second down and 5 yards to go for Spring Hill Raiders.
That defense has got to clamp down, get us one more stop, Kevin. Actually, I'd like to see him get us a turnover.
Right now, a fumble would be nice. Fumble on the ground, picked up for a touchdown would even be nicer. Ray out of the game. Crawford in his spot, tries to get through the side. There's the fumble, Tim, but they get back on the ball. So we got our wish with the ball hitting the ground, knocked it out of Crawford's hands. You were almost prophetic again. Third down, 8 yards to go.
We're still hitting. That Jacket defense is still hustling. They're still hitting.
24-9, scoring the ball game. 6 minutes and 10 seconds and counting down. The home standing on homecoming night here in Spring Hill, Tennessee, leading the Yellow Jackets by 15 points. First man through, doesn't get the ball, holding on to it's Lovelace. Lovelace tries to take the ball over the right side, gets through the right tackle area, down to about 5 yards short of the first down. Fourth down 5 for Spring Hill. Clock again is in their favor because it's winding down,
but
and they lead.
Call here, Kevin. He punts it deep. He puts Fairview 80 yards from the goal line, or does he go for it and risk giving them better field position?
Well, it looks like they're going to either try to go for it or try to draw the defense of the Yellow Jackets off sides. The Yellow Jackets have jumped off sides 3 or 4 times this year in key situations.
I don't think the offside would give it to them. They still have fourth and a little bit.
So it looks like they're going to take the delay of game penalty. That's what their attempt was there, Tim, is they were going to try to make the Yellow Jackets make the mistake. And the Yellow Jacket coaching staff was prepared for that and had the team ready to not jump. They had a couple players going toward the line, but they were not crossing that plane, as we've seen tonight. Done well by both teams.
A lot of credit goes to Steve Skelton for that defensive discipline. This is late in the game. They're trying to draw you off. Good job. Kudos to Skelton.
Good snap back, kick away this time. Good spiraling kick. Getting away from it is Penner. Ball spotted down at the 16-yard line, and that's where the Yellow Jackets again have 84 yards to go. Under 5 minutes left in the ball game, trailing by 15. Fourth down, punt goes down to the 16-yard line. First down, 10 Yellow Jackets. Offense tonight, Tim, is 0 points on the board.
Defense, that's the third straight possession by Spring Hill where we've made them turn the ball back over for the offense. We got to make some hay. Number 1 is back on the field on defense for Spring Hill. He took a series off the last time Fairview had the ball. Mr. Crawford's back out there. We'll see if he starts back on his blitzing ways.
Daniel Raines under center this time. I formation. Second man through gets the ball over the line. No hold made. It's going to be a pickup of 1 on the play. At this point,
Greg Crawford crashing down. Becomes an extra man in the block.
At this point, the Yellow Jackets are in 2-score necessity, so the clock is not their friend. They're going to have to score quick here and get the ball back, because one good long sustained drive isn't going to be good enough to win the ball game right now.
No, we need to score quickly.
Yellow Jackets had 2 people in motion, and the flag goes down. They run the play, and the play goes for no gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 before the penalty. It'll be either 3rd down and 9 if they take it, or it's going to be 2nd down and 14 if they actually take the penalty. But you had illegal motion.
They've got the wrong man running the ball. That was Chase Pope, number 85, on that carry.
Illegal shift on Fairview.
You had 2 guys in motion that time, and coaching staff trying to determine whether they're going to take it or not. So they say, no, we're not. So it's going to end up being no gain on the play. 3rd down and 9, Yellow Jackets. 4:16 left here in the ball game. Again, Tim, we got to actually, really point out Spring Hill is a very, very good football team. And their 2 losses on the year have been to very, very good football teams. They lost to county rival Columbia Central last week.
Who has a number 5 strength rating, by the way.
Yellow Jackets looking down the field to throw the ball along. A good hard pass goes down the field and knocked down. Trying to get the ball out there to look like Hunter Branch, not able to get the ball to him, so that's going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Yellow Jackets. So trailing by 15, ball spotted at the 18-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are going to go ahead and punt the ball away, as it appears. But nothing is always as it appears with the Yellow Jackets, with the creativity they have on the coaching staff. Fourth down 8, ball back, punt is actually kicked in a way. It's off the side of the foot, goes out of bounds. The ball is going to be out of bounds in the Raider territory. So that is one time that we see Emler not get off one of his booming punts, trying to keep the ball away from number 19. Ball spotted down at the 44-yard line.
I think he was in a little bit of a hurry, because Crawford's been in there close, and I think it got him a little bit out of his rhythm, as well as trying to kick it away from the punt return man.
Well, the Yellow Jackets tonight against Spring Hill, Tim, you had made a mention last week that they are starting in their toughest part of the schedule this week against Spring Hill. Next week they pick up right where Spring Hill leaves off as a tough opponent, and they go down to Giles County on the road.
Yeah, that's
all the way down to Pulaski.
It doesn't get any easier. We've got tough sledding. We had tough sledding this week, tough sledding next week, and I believe we have Page after that.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Yep, we got Page, and then we come home and finish out the year against
Hickman and Lewis
County and Lewis County. Right now, clock winding down, and in no hurry is Spring Hill at this point. 15-point lead with the ball. Handoff to the second man through. He's got a lot of room. Tries to get outside. He does stiff arm one defender, but not able to get away from the second defender. He gives Tyler Emler the stiff arm, but Jaworski's able to bring him down. But again, it's going to be another 1st down for Spring Hill. Ball inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's going to be 1st down Raiders. 3 minutes left. Tackle out of bounds. 24-9 is the ball game at this point. Spring Hill staying in a running formation, as they have been pretty much all night. Their running game has been their bread and butter. I formation, one back split to the left side. Two in the backfield. Crawford dotting the I. Lovelace watching the clock as it winds down to 2:35. Gets the handoff to Crawford. Crawford jumps over the middle of the line, gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, where it's going to bring up a second down and about 3 yards to go. Second down actually at 5. Pick up a 5 on the play by Crawford.
Jackets still out there playing hard, still hitting, Kevin. They're still out there trying to knock it down, get a turnover.
I think at this point the Yellow Jacket staff has accepted the fact that the 15-point deficit and 2 minutes left is going to be almost insurmountable, or maybe insurmountable at this point. They realize that they've come to Spring Hill and they've gotten into a game with the Raiders that the Raiders just had some bigger people on the line of scrimmage, was able to take advantage of that, and for the Yellow Jackets were not able to overcome that. And that's one thing in the pregame communication with the coaching staff. They were worried about that size differential. And I know in the conversations you and I had before the game, you had mentioned that this team reminded you on paper a lot of Creekwood, and we saw what Creekwood was able to do with their size against our undersized line.
Yeah, they're a strong, athletic team, much like Creekwood, and I think we're a little banged up, and this game has been pretty close. It's 2 back-to-back series, long runs that hurt us. This game was closer than that score.
1:20 and counting down. They get into the position to run the ball. Second man through gets the ball. And that's number 46. Number 46 on the evening has had a good night, has had a couple of other players. Chauncey Pierce gets the ball, gets it down. And so I would expect at this point that instead of running the ball, that they may go into the victory formation and just take the knee on a couple of consecutive plays and let this clock run out versus trying to score more points. Gain of 4 on that play by Pierce. It's second down and 6. But, back to the point of the Yellow Jackets schedule. At this point, based on the way the schedule is falling out, the last 2 home games of the year are going to end up being the make or break into the playoff games for the Yellow Jackets. Second man through gets the ball. He's caught from behind. It's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line with under 25 seconds left in the game. And I doubt very seriously that either team, I doubt very seriously that Spring Hill is going to try to run a play at the 10-yard line, third down and 6. They may want to try to get some points on the board.
Quarterback may take a knee.
Clock's counting at 10 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to try to run the play and try to score. Actually, they hand off back to number 25, Ray. Ray's brought down before he gets to the goal line inside the 5. Clock hits 0. Final score 24-9. And Tim, I'm surprised they ran the ball there at the 10-yard line. And had they got into the end zone to score when they could have taken the knee, that could have created what I would consider big-time rivalry the next time they come to Fairview.
Well, that would have been something that is something we'll remember next year when we play them. But coaches now in this day and age, if there's time on the clock, like Bobby Bowden said a few years ago, it's the defense's job to stop us. You don't see a lot of that taking a knee as much as you used to. Goodpasture's done it a lot.
Yes,
I've seen their coach get down to the 1-yard line and finally take a knee.
Yep.
I saw them against Fairview when they were up 52-28 in the fourth quarter with 4th and 6. They ran a fake punt, and what happened, they completed the pass. Fairview's guys came up there, knocked the fire out of that player, fumbled. We took it for a touchdown. That player was out for 3 weeks.
Yep. Well, definitely this night goes the Raiders' way. Yellow Jackets go on the road with hopes of upsetting Spring Hill. But on homecoming night here in Spring Hill, Tennessee, the Raiders end up with a win at 24 to the visiting Fairview Yellow Jackets 9. So, Tim, with a takeaway on this game, the Yellow Jackets just have to get ready to come back and play next week against Giles County. That is going to be a very, very tough game, one similar to the one we saw tonight. And Giles County has already beaten this Spring Hill team. So
42-24. 4.
Yep,
They
so
beat this Spring Hill team. And Giles County is supposed to be the class of this district. They're a very tough team. I think they returned something like 19 starters from last year's team. It's going to be a tough game. But I just want to point out, this game was closer than that score. Our defense shut them down. They had 2 back-to-back series where we had some breakdowns on defense, and they made us pay. Again, that chess game mentality, wait for the other team to make a mistake and capitalize on it. Fairview should take from this game is they need to just watch the film, move on to Giles County, and get ready for next week.
Well, closing out the night, let's give credit again to these young men and women that came out and worked this game. And tonight you've got Tommy Garvin and Shiloh Hall, Bob King, producer for the Fairview Media Department, myself, Kevin Anderson, calling the game with Tim French, Michonne Ramey providing the coaches tape, along with the stats tonight being provided to us by Stacy Hare. And a big thanks that go out to all of those that are involved. Come join us again next week. Hope you're able to watch and enjoy this game. We'll see you soon. Have a good night.
Hey, you guys, everybody drive safe.